4 silent moves that crush the ego without saying a word. There is a kind of strength that doesn't roar, a kind of power that doesn't seek praise, and a kind of silence that breaks the ego like glass. You see, we live in an age that worships noise. Everyone is trying to be seen, heard, and admired. But the truth is, the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. The ego thrives on validation. It demands recognition, applause, and the illusion of control. But when we learn to starve it, we become untouchable, because ego cannot survive in silence. Let me show you 4 quiet acts, simple, devastating, and unshakably powerful. They don't require speeches. They don't seek revenge. They only require control over the one thing you truly own, yourself. 1. Walk away without explanation. Nothing crushes the ego like not being allowed to explain itself. When you walk away, not in anger, not in pride, but in full awareness of your value, you send a message that can't be debated. You choose peace over performance, silence over spectacle, and dignity over dominance. Seneca once wrote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." When you walk away from drama, games, or the need to be right, you are no longer a servant to your impulses. You become a master of your inner world. And that's terrifying, not to you, but to every ego that needs conflict to survive. 2. Master something without ever needing to show it. In a culture built on display, secrecy becomes power. Let them think you're ordinary. Let them underestimate you, because mastery does not shout, it moves. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, could have flaunted his wisdom. Instead, he wrote in his private journal, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." True power is when you no longer need others to know who you are, because you know. Learn in silence, train in silence, win in silence. The ego wants the medal, the soul wants the strength, and those who choose the second path crush the ego without ever raising a voice. 3. Let actions speak so loud. They drown the ego. There's a kind of discipline so sharp, so precise, that it humiliates ego without uttering a word. It's the quiet consistency of doing what must be done, especially when no one is watching. You don't argue, you don't announce, you simply execute. You rise before the sun, you finish what others abandon, you outlast those who talk. Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. That's the death blow to the ego, when you don't need to explain yourself anymore because your life has become the explanation. Your silence becomes a mirror, reflecting their chaos, their insecurity, their weakness. They may mock your silence until your results begin to scream. And by then, you've already moved on, because your mission was never their approval. It was your own becoming. This is how we kill the ego, not with words, but with a quiet life that roars. 4. Walk away without looking back. Nothing starves the ego more than walking away from the argument, from the drama, from the applause. Because the ego feeds on attention. It thrives on being right. It clings to validation like a drowning man to a rock. But the moment you walk away, calm, deliberate, unshaken, you deny it all. Seneca once said, "A man is as miserable as he thinks he is. When you detach, you destroy the illusion. You prove that silence is not weakness, it's power. That absence is not loss, it's control." And when we master the art of walking away without needing the last word, without the burning need to be understood, we no longer live at the mercy of others' perceptions. We become untouchable, not because we fought harder, but because we knew when not to fight at all. We were not born to chase illusions. We were born to command ourselves. And while others waste their breath proving their worth, we carve ours into time by the way we endure, the way we walk away, and the way we master ourselves without needing to be seen. Because the greatest battles are fought without an audience, and the most dangerous man in the room is the one who doesn't need to be noticed.